Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats. Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Broncos will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, you start day one at training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
The give. Fighting off the defender. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll try the right side. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. With the run on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down coming up. The DBs will back off a bit. They believe they can run right here. And it's slipped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught close to the marker, it's Mendez. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback will keep it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Quick handoff. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia Tech 7, Boise State 0.
And the Yellow Jackets need to pick it up on 4th down.
Yankee Blue, 29.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. San Diego State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of the 6-1-9. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On the move, it's Nicholson. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On third down, going up top. He's got the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
At the 45, on his way. Got a lot of running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And they got the ground game working. This dude has been over 100 yards last week and already now 2 weeks in a row. This ground game really feeling it, understanding who they are.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's... And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation. So the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. And the ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Leaves it with the running back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Plows through the defense. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying the left side.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up to the ground to try to move the chains. The Yellow Jackets get it past the sticks.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert 1st downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Yellow Jackets have pushed it inside the 20. Running to the left. Pulls his way forward. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen, even when it's not blocked.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Boise State ready to send out that offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Now improvising. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him bet.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And back to the air on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He's going to pass. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Makes the grab. It's Mendez. And they're able to get him down. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Yeah, and what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Looking to throw it again. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. The Yellow Jackets pick up the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And that ball is picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Hornet, 42, Spider.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They're testing the right side here. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They think there's room to run to the right here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Eastern Michigan delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the MAC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ypsilanti. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
2nd down coming up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Snagged in the middle. It's short. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
He leaves it with the back. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Got
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Broncos will hustle to the line. Going up top on 1st down. On the move, he fires. It's complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gonna let it fly. He's got it up to 30. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And no one can get a handle on it. Ball goes out of bounds on the onside kick attempt. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Made the most of that penalty yardage and just banged it out of the back of the end zone for the touchbacks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game on the left. At the 35, he's got room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia Tech 28, Boise State 14.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll try the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's short.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Motion from the offense. Snap it to the back. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They want that clock to run. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Handoff to the lone back.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll go to the ground. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Get set, get set.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 9 over South Alabama. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, they knock it free. Bounced right back to them. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the grab outside. It's Mendez. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the route is on. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of...
Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dances away to buy time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Got rid of it just in time. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's looking to pass. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20. Yard line.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the right. And he's thrown another interception. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Defense still has a couple of timeouts here, David, but the offense ought to have things well in hand.
Well in hand, make them use their timeouts. Them only having 2, Palmer, they're not getting back in this game unless I do something stupid.
Yeah, make them earn it. Doing something stupid would be throwing incompletions right here and stopping the clock, letting the opponent keep their timeout. So you got to be really smart with the play call.
They're going to ride this running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Winning those individual 6-second battles every